Wemby was sensational. 27 points, 11 rebounds, 7 blocks, 4 steals. He's the first player with a 25, 10, plus 10 stocks in a playoff game since Tim Duncan in 2003. He's the second player in NBA history to have a 20, 10, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 blocks in his first career playoff road game.
So Shannon Sharpe just called out Victor Wembanyama's historic comeback performance and why this changes everything for the Spurs championship window. We're talking about numbers not seen since Tim Duncan's prime and a team transformation that has Hall of Famers taking notice. Let's break this down.
Portland Bill Walton did it in Chicago in 1977. Scoot Henderson, who had that magnificent game, Joe, you remember the other night when they won, he struggled. He was 0-7 from the field, and he went scoreless.
That Bill Walton comparison is absolutely crucial. We're talking about a 47-year gap between performances like this. Only 2 players in NBA history have hit these numbers in their first playoff road game, and one of them is a Hall of Famer who won championships.
Quicker than a cat on a marble table.
Hey, listen.
Hey, and the thing was, Joe, you got, okay, Champagne hit a 3, and then here come Fox hit a 3, and then Vassell, he hit a 3.
Yeah, yeah.
And the next thing you know, what was a 15, 16-point lead, now all of a sudden it's down to 7. And the next thing you know, it's down to 3. I gotta take another timeout. And next thing you know, they up. I mean, what's his name? Wemby. They throwing lobs to him. He faking and then booming.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, I mean, in the fourth quarter, everybody just got it going, and it was just you couldn't stop it.
This is exactly what separates championship teams from pretenders. That avalanche momentum he's describing, where every possession becomes contagious energy. That's the same killer instinct we saw from Duncan's Spurs during their title runs. Wembanyama is already showing that franchise player DNA.
You know, all it takes is the snowball one push down the hill, and you're not stopping it.
The snowball effect is real playoff psychology. Once momentum shifts in the postseason, it becomes almost impossible to stop. The 2014 Spurs used this exact formula. One big run that demoralized opponents and created unstoppable energy that carried through entire series.
But hey, he was good. Hey, you see Castle get the AM1 and put the ball in his chest. He's like, hold up.
Hey.
I might be from Spain, but I ain't soft.
Yeah, hey. What you do when somebody put that ball in your chest like that,
Man, you know, yo.
Hey, that
you take it and hit him upside his head with it.
That give me an idea,
What you? Oh, that we gonna do to Joe? You gonna score on Joe and hand him the ball?
Hey, hand it right to him.
You think I'm gonna let this dude score on me, man? Man,
Damn.
please.
Hey, that's disrespectful.
Damn, Joe, that man said he about to score and hand you the ball like what you call Castle did, didn't he?
Hey, like he my son.
Hey, I'm gonna be disrespectful, homeboy. The whole entire time I'm gonna be disrespectful.
All right.
You hear me? Yeah. Don't get me started tonight. I'm trying to be cool.
Castle's confidence in that moment shows championship mentality beyond his years. When young players start making veteran moves like that, showing zero fear, zero respect for reputation, it signals the entire team has bought into being elite. That swagger is infectious.
When Wemby plays Ocho, he's just such a huge difference maker. He's the one that puts him over the top. You talk about 7 blocks, bro. And look, we just talking about the blocks he get. We ain't even talking about the shots that he alter. You know what I mean? Like, he alters so many shots.
Who's that? Was that Mark Williams that tried to dunk? He came up there and like, it ain't even jump. And just put both hands up there and blocked it. Like, get that ish out of here.
Hey, and then it's one thing to block a shot, but to block shots and keep them in play.
Keep them in bounds,
Hey, man, that's tough, bro. That's tough. Hey, the dude's special, man. I'm telling you, he gonna win Defensive Player of the Year for the next 5-7 years, fellas.
Easy.
The altered shot impact is massive and rarely gets tracked. Rudy Gobert won multiple DPOYs, partly because opponents shot 8 to 10% worse just with him on the floor. Wembanyama's already showing that same deterrent effect, but with more mobility and offensive skills.
The only thing that worries me, Uncle Ocho, is how he falls when he hits the ground.
What you mean?
It's hard
it look like
he's
it
so
don't
tall,
look.
Joe.
Huh?
It's hard. He gangly and he falling like.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it don't look good, man.
Yeah,
Don't.
hey Joe, it's an art to that too, huh?
What you mean?
Even, I mean, it's an art to falling. I mean, to prevent from getting yourself hurt. I mean, it's one thing to fall, but to be able to fall the right way to prevent getting hurt. I mean, that's a learned trait.
The durability concern is legitimate, but not insurmountable. Look at Tim Duncan, 6'11", played 19 seasons because he learned proper body mechanics early. Kareem played until 42. The key is teaching Wembanyama how to absorb contact and land safely before bad habits form.
Man, it looked like that because that man's 7'4", 7'5" out there. and look, y'all know as the playoffs continue, it's gonna get more physical, bro. Like hey, look, I seen the way they were guarding Wemby. You see how they was in his chest, Uncle Ocho, when he was catching the ball. They ain't give him no airspace, bro.
I can't.
Yeah, I know you can shoot over me, but I'm finna fight you. I'll wait till you got to shoot this thing.
Right.
Teams always test young stars with physical play early in playoff careers. LeBron faced it in 2006. Giannis dealt with it for years. The fact that Wembanyama is not just surviving, but dominating that physicality shows mental toughness that usually takes seasons to develop.
Because you let him get separation, he gonna shoot the jumper, or then he might put it on the floor and go by you because he's so tall. I mean, that joke was taking one, he threw the ball. Somebody threw the ball. Like, well, he ain't finna get that. I was like, well, damn.
Yeah.
He caught it.
His skill set is genuinely unprecedented. No 7'4" player in history has combined this shooting range with this ball handling. When defenders see him catch passes they thought were impossible, it creates hesitation and mental errors that snowball throughout games.
This is why we like to watch the Spurs, because I guarantee it's a lot of people out there who really feel like they're gonna beat OKC or they can beat OKC.
I like watching this version of the Spurs. The Tim Duncan Spurs wasn't no fun. Them jokers was broccoli. They were boring as hell.
The entertainment factor matters more than people realize. The 2000 Spurs won titles, but struggled with national TV ratings. This version combines championship-level execution with highlight reel plays that create sustainable fan engagement and revenue growth throughout the organization.
But this team here, they getting up and down. They shooting threes. Yeah. Hey, Wemby do it blocking. Now, Tim blocked shots, but they weren't excited like these guys here.
Energy and pace absolutely translate to playoff success. The 2017 Warriors played with this same infectious enthusiasm that demoralized opponents before games even started. When your best player brings excitement instead of just efficiency, it elevates everyone's performance ceiling.
And these dudes here, these young dudes, they so chippy. Like everybody's so, you know what I mean? It's like it's like you know,
edge to them.
Yeah, it's just competing at the highest level, bro. And I love it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I love it. You know, I know Castle put that ball in Denny's chest. But hell, hey, if I were Denny, yeah, I'm like, Unc, I would throw that and try to hit him in his head too.
That competitive fire starts at the top and flows down. When your franchise player shows zero backing down, it gives role players permission to be aggressive too. This is exactly how championship cultures get built, through daily competitive standards in practice and games.
Hey, this a totally different team. This is a totally different team.
It is.
Hey, they got a plethora of dudes who can go off the bounce. They guard. They play hard. They pick you up 94 feet. Man, and they ain't scared of Nathaniel out there. You hear me?
The organizational transformation is complete and ahead of schedule. Most rebuilds take 5 to 7 years to reach contender status. The Spurs have gone from lottery team to legitimate threat in just 2 seasons by combining elite young talent with veteran leadership and modern pace.
They got guys, everybody can defend. That's what you got to be. Everybody will sit in that chair.
Yeah, and not only sitting in that chair, but hell, who can really stay in front of Fox? It ain't many.
Defensive versatility wins championships in today's NBA. The 2016 Warriors and 2020 Lakers both had 4 or 5 guys who could guard multiple positions. When everyone on your roster can switch and defend, it creates matchup nightmares that opponents simply can't solve.
Who can win you a playoff game? Who can win you a playoff series? Hey, they got a special group, bro. They got a special group.
Coming from someone who won 3 Super Bowls, that evaluation carries serious weight. Hall of Fame players recognize championship DNA because they've lived it. When veterans like this start calling a young team special, it usually means they're seeing intangibles that don't show up in box scores.
You know, you had 4 of your 5 starters in double figures. They shot 49% from the floor. They're gonna be a tough out, man. They're good. They're a good team, and they're not in awe. They don't. You know, you watch them play. They're not in awe.
Balanced scoring and mental composure are championship prerequisites. The 2014 Spurs had 5 different leading scorers in their final series. When young teams show zero intimidation factor and distribute offense this evenly, it signals readiness for the biggest stage.
I was like, well, damn. I guess Portland came to play today. And like you said, Joe, they had done cut that 15-point lead.
Quick.
They cut that thing down in no time.
Quick comeback ability separates elite teams from good ones. The 2016 Cavaliers and 2019 Raptors both showed this same resilience in their championship runs. Teams that can erase double-digit deficits in minutes have the mental toughness required for title pushes.
It was like 4 or 5 minutes left on the clock in the third quarter. They were up by
Yes, and they had within 8 minutes, they had the car and had a lead.
Damn. Yeah, they weren't playing. They came out shooting lights out.
Turning a 15-point deficit into a 21-point win in one half is championship-level execution. That's a 36-point swing driven entirely by Wembanyama's return and the team's response. This performance proves they have the killer instinct to close out series and make deep playoff runs.